Welcome to Balanced Body and Beyond. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to be doing a yoga latte session, not latte. That sounds like coffee, right? Latte, Pilates, and yoga. Yogalates. I don't know how to say it. Anyway, we are going to strengthen our core and do some yoga all in one package. How does that sound? So you don't need anything special, just your mat, your body, and a little commitment from up here and in here to carry on with our yoga practice. We're going to begin standing. I'm going to let George join us for a little bit. I don't think he'll be in our way. George, can you do some yoga lattes? Arms come up, and we're going to take a big circle. Inhale and exhale, reaching through our fingertips. We're going to be active to begin. Get the blood pumping, the blood flowing, and awaken the brain, because I don't have a latte to wake up my brain. Change directions. So instead, we're going to use movement. We're going to use our breath, and we're going to use physical exercise to awaken the whole body. Good. One more big circle. And now we'll bring our feet together. We'll take a little bow. Now be careful dropping your head too quickly, and then reverse that. Inhale, left. Exhale, take a bow. Inhale, left. Just a couple more. So if you're interested and you're looking at George, he is doing a fabulous frog pose. External rotation of the hips, open through the hips. Are you jealous? I am. I can't do that. But that might be just because we are not canines, we are humans. Arms come up. Good. And then we'll step our feet a little wider. We're going to do a traditional squat, but as we lift, we're going to lean to one side, picking up our heel. And then we'll go to the other side. Getting a little warmer. Yeah. Good. You're going to pick up your foot. You're going to try to lift your leg, balance a little bit. So right there, core integration. Anytime we bring balancing into the equation, core integration comes into play. So find a focal point, a drishti if you will, that will help you maintain balance and really think about what you're doing. How about one more? Arms come all the way up and open wide. We're going to take some bows now. So we're going to round the back, bring your knuckles together. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. I don't know about you, but I am certainly generating some warmth in my body now. Open and hold. Let the arms relax. And now we're just going to shake out the arms. Like just shake out the arms and shake out the legs. Just set free any tension, any worries. Maybe swing side to side. Let the shoulders relax. All right. We are going to come down to the mat now and lay flat on our back. And we're going to begin in bridge pose. So if you lay back and set the soles of your feet flat on the mat, maybe work your fingertips to touch the heels, and then you'll know your feet are in a good position. We're going to pick our hips up slowly. And once you're in your bridge, walk your shoulder blades together. Awesome. Now, as your hips come down, bring both arms up overhead. And now lift your hips. Bring your fingertips to the heels of your feet. Now this is going to become a compound movement, meaning we're going to bring in another exercise to combine with this bridge. But I want you to get this arm reach and the hip lift sorted out. Right, and keep your gaze to the ceiling, tuck your chin in slightly. Feel your hips moving up and down. Okay, now, rather than lifting your hips, I want you to lift your feet and reach for your heels. And then bring your arms down. Feet up, reach for your heels, and feet down. Awesome. Oh, George, I'll share. All right, and now we are gonna combine these two exercises. What does that look like? So feet are flat, you'll do a bridge, hips down, and now you'll reach for your heels, feet down. Bridge, you gotta think about that a little bit. Takes a little coordination, but that's a good thing. Yeah. A few more. Hips up, hips down. Reach for your heels. Okay, now we're gonna maintain the hip lift. So staying in our hip lift, we're gonna do small pulses up and down, getting some extra oomph in the back side of the body. What I love about bridges is we get a great stretch through the front of the body, but a great strengthening exercise for the back of the body. But we're pulsing. Hips come down, and now we'll do a pulsing C crunch, which is just where we were, reaching for our heels, knees bent 90 degrees. If this is too much, you can put your feet on the floor and do the same exercise with the feet resting on the floor. But we are doing this little tiny crunch, just like that. We'll go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet down and our head down. Nice job, gang. Let's cross our right ankle over our left thigh, and we're gonna make a figure 4 here. So right now we are getting a great hip opening position, and we're gonna do a bridge from our figure 4 position. Good, holding here and just maintaining this balance. Can you lift your heel? So that would be a little added extra. You can either hold your bridge or try some heel lifts, keeping your hips still, but that's gonna put quite a bit of heat, not only into your calf muscle, but your core, balancing in the back side of our body, our posterior chain. Excellent. Hold here, lower your hips, and straighten the top leg. We'll take a hamstring stretch here because we can, and it's Yogalates, which means core and yoga. So bring your foot down. Let's cross our left ankle over our right thigh. Feel the hip open first. Nice stretch. Get yourself organized as you lift your hips. Try to keeping our hips square, like our hips are in a vice, so they're not rolling side to side. You can even put your hands just like mine right alongside my hips to bring in awareness, and then you add the heel lift. You can try pushing into your big toe and see how that works. And if the heel lift doesn't work for you, you can hold this bridge and get all sorts of great benefits without the heel lift. How about 3, 2, and 1. Hips come down. We'll take our hamstring stretch, lift your leg. All right, both legs down. And now we're gonna pick our feet up, bring our knees and ankles together, and we'll move the legs side to side. But with this, we're gonna extend the top leg. As your legs drop to the side, extend the top leg. So a little stretch, a little flexion and extension of the knee. Good. Now I'm turning my head with my legs, but I actually want to turn my head and look away from my legs. So let's try that. Look away from your legs. Yeah. One more on each side. And Resting our feet down, we are gonna set up a side plank. So let's roll to the right side of our body. And I'm gonna have you begin with the right knee down. And as you set up your side plank, you want your elbow right under your shoulder. Arm comes up, and then our leg lifts. Good. So let's just see what we can do here. Now, if you're confident here, I'm gonna have you tap the top leg in front, lift, and then in back. So we'll see how we manage that. If it becomes too strenuous, you could even drop your hip down and do this with your hip resting. You can reset at any point. Make sure you're looking forward, right? You don't want to look down because what happens? You drop down. Chest up. Let's hold that side plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's roll to the other side. So all the same rules apply. Bottom knee can be down. Just watch when you sit up. See how both my knees are stacked on top of one another? Now I'm angling myself a little awkwardly because of George, and I am that dog mom who doesn't want to kick George off the mat. See if you can lift your leg. Good. And then tap in front, lift, tap in back. Good. Try to keep your body really steady. One line from shoulder to your elbow. And remember, you can always lower your hips like this. If it becomes too strenuous, still get great movement and hip strengthening, which is what we're chasing after. All right, let's hold the plank. Hold still, look forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. We're gonna roll to the front of our body and we'll take child's pose. So let's push our hips back, drop our forehead down to the mat. Take some big breaths. And then glide our body weight forward. We'll do some modified push-ups here. Real important to let the elbows brush the ribs. Push up and then back. Now, draw your bellies in. Give yourself a little tuck with the tailbone, a pelvic tilt, if you will. So we want to support our spine with a strong core. And have an awareness that our hips aren't sagging and we're not arching our lower back. How do those arms feel? Lovely, lovely, lovely. Let's meet up together in tabletop. So we will draw our shoulders over our wrists, hips over the knees. We're going to extend our left leg. Now we're balancing here. We're going to do a little curtsy. So you're going to swing your left leg back, a little bend to your elbows, and then let's swing it all the way out to the side. So kind of like we just did that leg swing from side plank, right? Down and up. You want to make it more challenging. Extend your right arm. You can still bend your left elbow a little bit. Whoa, right? Or you can keep it straight, or you can do both hands and do the push-up. All have a variety of difficulty. I like to give folks lots of options, lots of choices. Play with it. Play with these movements. We don't have to be so serious about it. See what your body's capable of. All right, let's reset bird dog. Well done. Reset all 4 points. Try now with the left leg. Just establish your balance on 3 points. Add that curtsy, bend your elbows, swing your leg out to the side. I think sometimes people get really just caught up in taking exercise maybe a little too serious and forgetting that exercise is just play. Play with your body. Have fun. Extend your arm. Well, maybe someone would say, well, it's just not fun. Exercise doesn't feel fun. So then I guess the answer to that is, what can we do to make it fun? Question of the hour. Now, it's interesting. George is behind me, and it's bringing attention to making sure my leg comes all the way up and I'm not dragging it. So thank you for that, George. All right, this will be the last one. Hold here, all 4 points down, and let's come into a tall kneeling position. Interlock your fingers, palms up. We'll take a little side bend. We earned that. And switch. And arms hold in the middle. We're going to come down to what would be like a bridge, hinging at the hips, but then swinging our arms wide like a T. Swinging our arms in and up. So come down, swing your arms wide. Press your hips forward and squeeze your butt cheeks as your arms come overhead. Get some butt activation. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bow. All right, we're gonna bow with our arms out to a T and hold. So now just stop at about a 45-degree hinge to your hip, and you're gonna flutter the arms. So we are like peeking over a rooftop right here. So kind of get your body in a position where you feel your abdominal muscles firing, because you're balancing, leaning forward while pushing your hips back. And then our arms are wide and we're pulsing the arms, but really it's because I'm pinching my shoulder blades together. So see if you can activate those muscles. Pause, a little more fire. Reach forward, cross the arms, then go back to your T. Alternate which arm is on top. If you begin feeling this too much in your lower back, just lift a little taller. Great mobility for the shoulder, strengthening through the backside. You can get yourself a hair lower, challenge yourself a little bit more. The good news is we're almost done with this set. Arms out, arms up. Whoo, nice job. We're gonna come back to our feet. And we're gonna do a short little yoga flow. So just make sure you have plenty of room to step back. And that means this time, George really needs to go. Back, inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Let's lengthen our spine. And then as we fold down, we're gonna send our left leg behind us. Nice leg separation. Good, our foot's between our hands. We're gonna take a twist, bringing the right arm up, and we're gonna thread the needle. So we're working our waistline. We're continuing to work our core through this movement pattern. You can put your back knee down just like this, or you can keep it elevated. One more time. Up and hold. Bring both hands to the mat. Now you'll send both feet back for your plank. Good, balancing your shoulders over your wrists. We're gonna do hamstring curls, so heel to butt, alternating legs. If you need to drop to your knees, you can drop to your knees and pick one leg up at a time. I didn't say it would be easy. Exercise is work, but it can still be fun. One more. Hold here. Let's lower our body down. Now we did those modified push-ups earlier, so we woke up the arms. Lift for cobra. Awesome. Maybe advance to an up dog, or you can stay in cobra. And then we're gonna go into a downward dog, or you can take child's pose. Pressing your hips back, feeling that big stretch. Down the back side of your body, maybe under your arms, but let's look to the back of the mat together. And then with your hands, push the mat away from you. We're gonna pick our right leg up. And we're gonna step forward for warrior one. And as we rise up, our back foot goes flat, our front knee bends, and our heart lifts up. Strong warriors, let's reach forward. Done some hip hinging already. Let's get this big arm circle. And we're going to try to keep that front knee bent. Hold here in warrior one. Draw your shoulders down away from your ears. Yeah, make that connection. Be aware of what your body is actually doing. All right, hands down. So we've reset our low lunge, right? Take both feet back. We practiced our side plank from our forearm. So now we are going to try to set a side plank from our palms. Let's pick our left arm up. And can you make a little circle with this top arm? Where you can put a bottom knee down. You certainly can put a bottom knee down like we did earlier. Can you circle the other way? Ooh. Yeah. All right, hold here. Hands come down. And slowly lift your hips and walk your feet forward. So our feet are creeping up towards our fingertips. There we go. Inhale, half lift. Let's lengthen out our spine. Pull your chin in. Exhale, fold back down. Reverse swan dive. Chair pose. All right, so that was a nice flow. We'll do that all on the other half of the body. So inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Drop your head down towards your toes. Hang here for a moment. Inhale, half lift. And now as we fold, we're gonna send our right leg behind us to take our long, low lunge. Ooh. So settle into your lunge. You can put your back knee down. Keep your right hand anchored, and we're gonna set up for our twist, bringing our left arm up. Lift your gaze, look to your top hand. And we'll thread the needle. So you're gonna sweep that arm under the right hand, or I should say the right arm, and then back up. Yep, threading the needle. Great for the waistline. Are you breathing? Inhale through your nostrils. Exhale through your nostrils. You can use a mouth breathing, but let's take one more thread here. And arms come up. Hold your twist. Spectacular. Both hands come down and move both feet back. This time in the plank, we're gonna bring our right knee to our right elbow, opening our hip, and then push back and switch. All right, we're still integrating in all our core strengthening. But now we've plugged in a few more yoga style movements. I love integrating core work in with yoga. It's just a fabulous mix. You can do this from your knees, don't forget. And hold here. Chest lowers down. Point your toes. You can do cobra. You can do up dog. Down dog. Is it time for the right leg or left leg to lift? I think so. Left leg lifts and step through for warrior one. So your back foot flat, back toes pointing to the front corner mat. Arms up. Bend the front knee. Hips square again. Hips are in a vice. Belly button is pointing the same direction as your front foot. And let's add our big reach. Now, I counted 5 on the last round, so let me see if we can get 5 on this one. Now, if you're moving faster or slower than me, your count's going to be different, obviously, but we'll get there all together, meeting at the top for warrior one. Then your hands come down. And we'll set up our plank, and this is where we move into our side plank from our palm. We'll pick up our right arm this time, setting up our side plank. Reach to the ceiling with your right hand, and then with your fingertips pointing over the shoulder, you're going to make this circular pattern. Cautiously, not looking down. Change directions. Pause. Oh, I'm shaking a bit here. Let's take front plank. And as you lift your hips up, walk your feet in towards your hands. Well done. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive. Well done. Arms come down alongside the body. We're gonna have a seat on the mat, taking a straddle. So I'm gonna open the legs up, straighten, flex your feet, toes are up, and we'll go side to side. Some lateral flexion of the spine. And I always try to work 3-dimensionally around the spine. Take your time here, turn your head, look under your arm. And while we do this sequence of spinal rotation, flexion, extension, we're gonna hold our straddle, which will be great for our hamstrings, opening the hips. One more side bend. Bringing both arms overhead. And then we're gonna twist side to side. So you're gonna rotate, open your arms. You can lower the arms down as much as you want. Look behind you. Bring them back overhead, pushing both sit bones down into the mat, and then switch. So this too is working your waistline in conjunction with a fabulous stretch. Arms up and hold. Now arms wide. More twisting. We're gonna take our right hand to our left foot, reach, center, and then switch. But now we're rotating with hip flexion, encouraging a bigger stretch, longer reach, all good stuff. You got the gist of it. Hold in the center. Let your hands rest on your legs. And now you're gonna pull your chest forward while those toes push to the back of the room. So don't let the toes roll in, kind of press those toes back. Lift your chest, pull it forward. And boy, oh boy, I can feel a stretch from the bottoms of my feet all the way up to the inside of my legs, up towards my pelvis. Ooh, I love that. Chest up, feet together, and we're gonna let the legs go side to side. Now we did this exercise on our back towards the beginning of our practice, taking the legs side to side, our feet were up, and then I had you extend the top leg. Just doing it from the seated position here now, little variation. Little massage on the hips. Right, winding down, cooling down. Still getting some great rotation through the waistline. One more time. Excellent job. Let's sit with our legs crossed. If it's more comfortable for you to extend your legs differently, that's fine. We're gonna take our arm behind us, and as our arm goes behind us, our other arm can just rest in front. And we're gonna drop our ear down to the shoulder. Maybe drop your chin down, a little neck stretch. Maybe look out the corner of your eye a little bit, looking upward. Look straight down, lift up, and then switch. Good. You know what to do here. Let the ear drop. Oh, such a fabulous neck stretch. I think I do this quite a lot in my videos. That's just because I love it. So neck and shoulders are definitely the #1 place people hold tension. So doing this daily would certainly be to your advantage. All right, look straight down, look forward. Turn your head side to side. But while drawing the shoulders down, let's not shrug those shoulders up. Let's stay relaxed. And looking forward, take a nod down. And then look forward. How about a smile on your face? Because you've just accomplished a huge Yoga-Pilates practice. Thank you very much for joining today. Hey, hit the like button, share this video, make a comment, all those things, and subscribe will help my channel grow so I can see more of you and you can see more of me. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time on Balanced Body and Beyond.